I like live.
Woo! What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Hidden Power. This is a Pokemon podcast. My name is DustyGogoat. I'm also with the LumiosePost and SoulSilverArt.
Howdy.
It's an audio podcast, Soul. You got to say hello.
You're right. You're right.
I was
just
expecting
waiting.
the pause. Yeah, normally it's the LumiosePost. Hello.
I'm
And
switching.
SoulSilverArt.
Yeah,
I just wanted to change it up.
I'm switching.
You know?
Yeah, but we got to speak,
Yeah.
right? Yo, so all right,
Yeah,
what
you're
this is today? We got a lot of information to cover. This is going to be maybe a new thing where we go live a little bit more frequently. The idea is there's a lot of news, there's a lot of updates, there's a lot of random tweets, there's a lot of random rumors, and sometimes it doesn't always make it into a video. And we want to stay on top of this stuff a little bit more. We want to be a little bit more timely and deliver to you guys what's going on in the community. So our idea is maybe we go live a little bit more frequently and just kind of what did you call this, Lumi? Like a roundup?
Yeah, like a little monthly roundup because it's the end of the month, so that fits,
it is
right?
the end of the month. Yeah.
Like that wasn't planned, but we realized it was
End
at
of
the end of the
July.
month, so we were like, we could call it a monthly roundup.
Yeah. To hold us accountable, I would like to do this maybe bi-weekly. I think that's totally fine. But for what you could
At
expect,
least monthly.
yeah, for what you could expect in this video, we do have a new post from the official Japanese Pokemon Twitter account. That's legit. And we'll take a look at what that implication could be because it's kind of coded, and we're I guess under the assumption that it could potentially reveal something about when the next trailer could be. Soul did a whole breakdown on Twitter. We're going to do a breakdown here. And there's a bunch of other stuff. And also, if you guys have any questions, launch them off in the chat. This is a time for you guys. But this is fun. Okay, we're actually live, so we just got to get into it. There's no,
We
I
just
can't
gotta
edit
go.
this. I can't edit this.
No.
I know. Yeah.
So-
No editing
I feel
allowed.
underprepared now that we're starting this.
No, it's good.
Like
So
we were all going, we were excited, and now I'm like,
Yeah,
can we do this?
So-
You know what I want to know is like, how can I see the chat? Like, can I?
If
is
you
it-
pull
You
it
would
up-
need to pull up YouTube on your browser. Like I have
Yeah.
YouTube up now, and like Noivy just said, "Hey guys, hey Noivy."
Hey,
What's
Noivy's
up?
been a
Oh.
member for 14 months. That's incredible.
Mhm.
Noivy also designed our new merch design, and we actually have like our new T-shirts. And actually, we're working on another little project. I don't really know if I'll reveal it later in the show.
I was gonna say we're going right away.
There might be another.
But
There's gonna
it
be
is-
another T-shirt probably this afternoon. I'll show you later what that looks like.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Hidden Power Podcast. Let's find it.
yeah. But Lumi,
Yeah.
do you want to explain this tweet from the
Not
Japanese
remotely. I want Soul to
Pokemon
do
company?
it because I have no idea what's going on here.
Okay,
This is a Soul
explain it.
thing. Yeah, because
Yes.
I don't understand this.
I was actually like hesitant in posting it because but there's just nothing going on, so it's like But whenever I do like a tweet like this, I want it to like have some credibility. Like I'm not just gonna post random trash.
Yeah.
Right.
This is official.
Like
Um,
DustyGogoat.
So set it up. Set it up for people who don't know what this is.
So I just saw this person that I quote tweeted below, like say that Pokemon made a mistake. So this is the Japanese official account, and they posted this, which is in Japanese clearly, and it's translated by Google. So already there we have like, you're like, what does this mean? I have no idea what this means. So Google says approval flow test. Edit content added. Like it doesn't mean anything to an English speaking person, right?
Yeah.
If you go through the screenshots, this person commented, "I wonder if it's a typo," and that's why they deleted it because Pokemon deleted this tweet after posting
How
it.
do you typo that though? Because a typo is a mistake. Like it's like me typing "good morning," but it like accidentally
Right.
typing "goof morning." How do you like accidentally
Yes.
like edit content added?
Yes, but like also it's like it's translated to like that person's comment. So who knows if they meant typo or if typo is the only translation that
Okay.
actually
Yeah, but
comes up.
I think the question here is like, why did the Japanese Pokemon company accidentally post something that they're going to delete? And why and what is a flow test, right? Like what, do they not trust Twitter to actually post something worldwide? Like, do they have stuff scheduled? But like,
I mean,
a test
sometimes you post things.
Is it
as a test?
Like edit content added is the thought process here? Maybe that they edited a scheduled post to add content to it, i.e. a trailer, and instead of typing like
into the code
on a post.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I wouldn't get too in depth on the actual wording. That's what I mean. Like, because it's from Google Translate. Like, what it actually says could be different. And I didn't ask a Japanese speaking person either. Like, how this translates to English perfectly. Because I didn't have time. I was just like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna post it and see what happens. And I put it in a way like, I don't know how legit this is. Anyway. I mean, so continuing this
like when you say legit, I mean it's the official Pokemon company. This isn't like a burner account. This isn't a random person who has like fake verification. This is the Japanese Pokemon company account.
But it could mean anything, though.
Yeah, but like the source is legit. Just to clarify, the source is legit.
Source.
This is not
whether or not it means anything as a different
12-year-old Timmy running a PKMN Leaks account. Good times for those. Wow,
what a throwback.
Good times for those who remember. But I think that's just the idea. Is people are saying like this kind of error could be indicative that there is some kind of post soon that is going to be related to a new content. I mean, just for like to set the stage for this too. We're July 30th. I almost said at the time of recording, but we're live, so y'all know this. But it's July 30th, and that means that August 1st is in 2 days, and typically we have seen some kind of Pokemon Presents in August. That's been the case for Scarlet and Violet DLC. It was the case for Legends Arceus and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. It was the case for Scarlet and Violet, like the base game, not just the DLC.
It's been for years.
I mean, it's the only time they didn't that I can think of is Sword and Shield. It wasn't a Presents, but it practically was. They like dropped a trailer that revealed the Galarian forms and regional variant evolution with Obstagoon.
That's awesome.
But like, it was such a nice time. But I say that to say, so I think like people are kind of thinking like this is trailer month anyways. And so then this happens and it just kind of fans that flame, I guess.
That's really the point of it more than anything. Because it doesn't reveal anything. It just exactly what you said. It fans the excitement flame.
Right.
You're like, wow, something could really happen. But yes. So that person asked, I wonder if it's a typo. And then if you click the last screenshot, Dusty.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can click that last screenshot. This person is a whole different person, and he responds to that comment, and it says, it's not a typo. It's probably a flag for a new release. So that's that. I looked into this person a little bit more, and they seem like they follow Pokemon, and they're Japanese speaking, like native Japanese speaking. So it does seem like it's some kind of flag for a new release. What that could be anything. It doesn't mean that it's Legends ZA. It could be Pokemon Pocket for all we know.
It could be like new Pokemon Snap XD, the sequel.
Dude, don't even, man.
And also,
but it could be Pokemon Masters. It could be anything.
It could be Pokemon Black and White 3.
What's another word that we just add on after the word Pokemon, and that's the new game, Pokemon Champion.
I mean, what's the
Pokemon?
It's funny that the next one is Pocket. Like,
oh, dude, I cannot wait for that game.
Pocket Monsters Pocket,
dude. Oh, what time is it? Okay, I have like an hour and a half before.
Is that what it's called in
Pokemon's lunch?
Is that what it's called in Japanese? Is it called Pocket still there? So would it be Pocket Monsters Pocket?
Oh, that's so cool.
Pocket the Monster Pocket.
Wait, that's what I'm saying. Is that like actually the name in Japanese?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But also to couple with this to kind of look, see, here's the thing. This is like the thing that I most struggle with as like a content creator and a, I guess, news source, right? Like in the sense that we cover news. I don't want to like, raise everyone's expectations to like a crazy level only for them to be shut down, right? But I will say, this is kind of summer's a big month for anniversaries, right? Like for Pokemon games, spinoffs particularly. That's when Pokemon Go dropped. That's when Pokemon Unite, I believe, dropped in the summer. Maybe it was announced in the summer at least. Pokemon Masters also is a summer game, and Pokemon Masters is coming up on their 5-year anniversary. And the interesting thing is, they have not made any kind of post or announcement or video for anniversary related content. And so, the thought process there again goes back to they haven't made an official post about it. They haven't made their own trailer, so perhaps they're saving that for a Pokemon Presents. I mean, it lines up, right? Like, that's kind of the thing. Like, things are lining up in a way that there could be a Presents. But at the end of the day, I could say all this, and 10 a.m. tomorrow, there could be a Shadow Drop Pokemon Masters EX trailer that's hey, it's the 5-year anniversary. Here's this.
We won't be covering it.
We won't be. Yeah, we only mentioned Masters.
Yeah, so will be covering on Twitter. I gotta say, like, I love the costumes in Pokemon Masters.
No, some of the sync pairs are cool. Like, I remember
Pokemon Masters is their best game, like mobile game, I think.
Right now. For sure, it's so good.
Oh, I was thinking of Pokemon Unite. Actually, my bad.
Go would probably be like objectively.
It isn't it is. You're right, but to me, personally, it's not the best to me because it's just catching the same Pokemon that you already have or that you have already seen forever. But Pokemon Masters is a whole different thing. You get to see them paired up with these different trainers and have different the trainers have different costumes, and it's fun.
Yeah, no, I do think, and it also has lore and stuff.
The lore is big.
But no, I think the sync pairs are so cool. Like, I remember the first time they like dropped like, oh, here's Cynthia with a Komo-o, and that was like, what? Like, a Pokemon you'd never seen this trainer, kind of with. And then the anime gave her a Komo-o too, which was kind of a cool reference to that.
Yeah.
But no, it's a very cool game. I need to play it, honestly.
I feel like it's the most fun game to play too, even though I haven't played much of it. It just feels more like, battling in Pokemon games and,
Right, so it feels closer to like traditional Pokemon.
Exactly.
In a lot of ways, it is the battle simulator that we've always wanted. I mean, not really because not that we've always wanted, but that like we've always wanted a battle simulator. This is a version of the battle simulator that is separate. And the reason why I say that, and it's probably why this is all we're ever going to get, is that it's actually separate from the main series. So there's still value to buy and invest in this game, Pokemon Masters, and in the main series, whatever that might be with the new Pokemon. Right.
There's been people talking about like that this lore of Pokemon Masters has not been like debunked as non-canon.
No, like, I think in a lot of ways it is canon.
A lot of people think it's canon,
or at least
and a lot of the information they drop is like, whoa, all right. Yeah.
They work
it's
with
like everything
creatures, right? Who
they adopt like sometimes Pokemon has kind of adopted the canon too. Like the canon was established in Masters, but then kind of brought to light in another media, like kind of confirmed in another media. Again, the thing I always think about is Cynthia had a Komo-o in Masters, and then a few months later in the anime, she throws out a Komo-o. And so it's, like it was very clearly in reference to her having a Komo-o in Masters, because there was no other media where Cynthia had a Komo-o.
Yeah. Kind of insane that James and Jesse are in the game. But
so was Ash Ketchum.
Yeah. Wait, really? Ash is in it?
Yeah, Ash is in there.
I guess that makes sense, though. Ash is in Sun and Moon. Ash is recognized in a lot of other mediums in the games. And Jesse and James are recognized in Yellow version. So, actually, yeah, in Let's Go, as early as recent as Let's Go.
I mean, the Legends Arceus characters are also in there, or some of them, like Adaman and Arita are.
Yeah, but
are there others? Is Volo in them?
I think that's the same canon as the main series games.
Yeah, the biggest thing against it is really just that I don't think Game Freak makes it. So
sure,
usually what's canon is just what Game Freak makes, and that's it.
Yeah, there's a hierarchy. Yeah, it's like Game Freak canon is canon, and then below that you have all the other separate things where it all deviates.
The way I see it is like you can take anything from this game as canon until it's not. You know what I mean? Until like Game Freak just kind of outright undoes it. You know what I mean?
Dude, Petrol. You can get Petrol?
You're gonna get
That's insane.
Honestly, who remembered that guy's name?
You got Proton.
Dusty knows him somehow. I don't know.
He's from Heart Gold Soul Silver.
I know him. I don't know his name.
I don't remember him.
Until,
actually,
like, right
is he?
now.
No, he might actually be from Let's Go.
I do not remember.
No, he's in Gold Silver, Heart Gold Soul Silver.
Okay.
He might be in Let's Go too. I know of the
I don't think he's
Johto characters.
Yeah, he's not
Proton,
named.
right? Is that
he's
his name?
not named
Proton?
until Heart Gold Soul Silver.
Proton. Was that his name?
I don't really keep up with their names too well.
I remember Ariana, and I only remember Proton. I think is, I think that's the one. I don't know, but I only remember Ariana because people speculated that she is the mother to Silver.
True. Yeah.
So it's like a lore thing. Is the only reason
that.
I remember.
That's my
theory
headcanon.
thing.
I've just got thousands of Pokemon names in this brain, and then when it comes to the characters, it's like I can't remember all that too. I know all the Pokemon. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but it's tough. Yeah. Pokemon Masters. I'm looking for just like a list of all the Pokemon with their trainers. What is that called? Sync pairs?
Sync pairs.
Sync pairs, yeah.
Sync pairs, and then what would that be on?
Archer. That's the other one that appears in Let's Go. Is Archer.
Probably both.
Also in Fire Red and Leaf Green, people think.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know. There's something about this game that I like.
I do too.
It gives me similar vibes to the main series. So
the nostalgia factor,
Morty with but it is also like a little bit like it's a little wild. Where I'm like, okay, that's not canon. Signa Suit Morty with a shiny Ho-Oh. Get out of here. No way.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's cool, though.
It is cool, but I'm like, that's...
You do have to think, though, this is kind of like this is like... Dusty, we were having a conversation about this yesterday. This is like the multiverse, right?
Yes.
Like Ash Ketchum is here, but like Ash Ketchum is not like... it's not the same lore. So like, look at it in the way of Morty is here, and Morty is, but this version of Morty is from a universe where he has a Ho-Oh. That's how you have to look
awesome.
At it. This is a version of Morty you care about.
You know what? And this is how you prove it, right? The Sigma suit symbol is a rainbow, just like Rainbow Rocket. I'm dealing with these thin threads, but to me, I can justify it like that.
Okay.
Man,
I like it.
This is so crazy.
There's also I forget which Pokemon it is.
Wally,
but there is a Pokemon that you can like Dynamax. They just released it. And it's actually interesting that Sync Pair like Dynamaxes this Pokemon. But what's interesting is that Pokemon was not available in Sword and Shield. And so this is the only form of media in which that Pokemon can Dynamax.
Wait, what? Which one?
I forget, but I saw like Joe Merritt talked about it recently.
I did see that too. I don't.
Yeah.
It must be like a recent one, right?
It's a very like Pokemon that you're just whatever about, but
yeah, like it wasn't a cool Pokemon, but it was just interesting that like they're giving gimmicks to Pokemon that you actually can't give that gimmick to, you know?
Oh, I gotta plug in my computer. You guys keep going.
I
didn't realize it wasn't plugged in.
Oh yeah, you gotta plug that sucker in.
Can you get Dusk Form Lycanroc in Sword and Shield?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm just going through the list now. Guys, if this is boring, let us know if you want to chat about something else. I'm kind of obsessed with this right now. I want to figure this out. Slowking, Flygon.
I'm trying to go through like Goose tweets because I remember he replied to it or something, but I'll go to Joe Merrick's page. But Koo even like commented on it and was like, "Oh, there's they're going to have like one day this Pokemon and this Pokemon." Like he was speculating it wasn't like elite.
Is there has Koo been up to anything?
Related to this or in general?
Just in general. I'm on a rabbit hole right now.
I know we're having a good.
It's Breloom.
Oh,
Greta and Breloom. Greta can Dynamax her Breloom, but Breloom is not in Sword and Shield, so you cannot Dynamax a Breloom anywhere except for in Masters.
You know, that's crazy. Oh yeah, it's right here, Greta. I would be so willing to play this game if it was on console.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Jake. Jake Steinberg is in the audience. Hello,
What's up, Jake? Here, guys, I wanted to show you this. There's a new video by Subjectively. I don't think any of us have really ever spoken to this man, but I am so honored because in his latest video, he actually creates 9 new Pokemon to fulfill the starter role of Pokemon that would be in a New England style Pokemon region. And listen, he beat me to the punch.
He's probably near you. You should go meet him.
I know. He beat me to the punch, but I'm honestly so honored. This is just, I guess, like icon versions of what the designs are. But throughout his whole video, let's see if I can find a screenshot. Yeah, it's like a tutorial on how to make Fakemon, but then he like demonstrates it by actually showcasing.
Actually, do really love that little guy right there.
Yeah, so that's like a lobster.
He makes good,
but it's like blue.
Like
it's like a blue lobster. So that's the water starter. Love it. New England, right? Lobster. Lobster.
Yeah, naturally.
There's a little turkey.
Oh, but a bird.
That
and
like
it's a turkey.
There's a little. No. I know. That's what I thought.
Don't love that.
I love that.
I'm not a turkey fan.
The turkey also
great art
references, game hunting, which is a big thing in New England, especially New Hampshire, in Maine, right? So this turkey, like, it's the fire type. Maybe it causes like explosions. It's like the thing where like it sneezes, it can't like control the explosions, and then as it evolves, it becomes like you can actually see like a little bit of like the gun in its design, which is kind of cool. Like that's something I never hunted, but I definitely grew up around that. And then there's one more. Where is it? I think the grass starter.
I think you just passed it. It's
right first.
There it is. Right around there.
The grass starter. He kind of goes out of order just to like make sure you watch the whole thing. Yeah, it's like a goat. It's like a ram that has inspirations of like football. So like the New England Patriots. This is the final starter.
So does he go to the final one?
Just spoiling this man's whole video.
No, you have to.
I want to watch it for sure.
Yeah, it's so sick. I like was geeking out because like
we'll not show the fire one. That way you have to watch it to see it.
But this is the So that I don't know. It's so.
I want to see it. Dang it.
Oh, this is the grass starter. Maybe that might be the mid stage.
If this became a thing, would you change your name to Dusty Bleatdown?
No.
Oh.
That's
Holy crap, that's
maybe
sick.
I would like the turkey.
Yeah. That's actually the
Anyways, I thought this was so cool.
Seen.
I had to show you guys. I was like, we're doing a stream tomorrow. I want to just like showcase this because
like,
I've been yelling.
What's so funny? He actually, Dusty told us what all we're going to be talking about today. He, funny enough, left out this. So
just like surprise.
I wanted to just surprise you guys. I thought it was going to be so cool. Like, how cool is that? Anyways, I hope to work with Subjectively at some point. That'd be fun to have him on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Honestly, maybe is it his wife as well?
I think it's a group of people. At least it started as a group of people.
I think he said his wife is like created a sketch pack or something. Listen, I'm not an artist, so I'm not sure. I think it was his wife. There are some other people too.
Not sure.
Maybe I'm just assuming that. I'm not sure. But anyways, I was gonna say we could have a bunch of people on. That'd be fun.
Well, his name is Subjectively, but he's objectively a great artist. Y'all go check him out.
Yeah. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys that. But what's going on? We got a couple more things to cover.
Sully the Skeleton says, if you all could have any starter, what would it be and what type? They said they'd love a water type capybara.
Ooh.
Keep up the fun content. Yeah.
Let's thank you, man. That's 11 months for Sully. I love that. Capybara. Let's pull that up.
That's more than a pregnancy.
What?
I just thought about
11 months. That's more than a pregnancy. Like, that's a long time.
Hey, congratulations, Sully, on a beautiful baby girl.
And on a beautiful child.
Power baby.
Do y'all not measure months in pregnancy?
I was just about to say, like, this
really
is the second time that Lumi has brought up his, like, how he
This is how I see months.
It's like by pregnancy.
Well, like, dude, just think about that. Like, a whole new person is created. Like, a whole new you and me is just there now.
I think of it like seasons, right? You got 3. I
just think of it as months and days and time. Is that all?
So a capybara water type It is a rodent.
Yeah. People love this thing. It's cute.
I think it's kind of
crazy,
ugly.
like,
It's kind of
I
scary
don't get the
looking.
hype.
I don't get the hype either, but if you watch videos of it, it's kind of ridiculous. And it's
It looks
ridiculous
like
that it's
it'd
a
be mean.
rodent, you know? It's like the size of a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think that's what I don't like about it. Like when it's a little bit tinier, like this one over here, kind of cute, right?
Yeah, just imagine like a guinea pig, but like
That's scary though. Like
We
if
have
this,
these
if this was on the
things
ground,
here.
I would be running. I do not want to be near this.
they're like the most docile things ever, apparently. So
Oh, really?
Rodents-
They look mean.
Yeah, rodents
No,
bite.
capybaras.
Rodents
yeah.
bite.
Yeah, they do bite.
They're like a type of
They
mammal
also
where
spread disease.
yeah, that's true. Valid.
you would not want to be bit by one of these, that's for sure. Because
Yeah, their
I can
teeth
just-
are.
Yeah, teeth.
Okay, so it's a water type. Maybe it evolves to get a steel typing for its teeth. Its teeth are super sharp. What other starters would you want? I think
We have these things where I live called a nutria. It's very similar to a capybara, but they're
Spell it.
They're very Nutria. But they're
Crazy.
very
oh wow.
they're very
my gosh.
It's a straight up beaver.
water-based.
It's a beaver with a rat tail. That's
Yeah.
literally what it is.
Yeah, like they're also called like marsh rats, but they're huge. They're like the first time I saw one, I
They're hugging.
I thought that I was in the apocalypse. If I'm completely honest, like it was
That's
just a giant
crazy.
freaking rat just ran across, and I was like, oh, like I mean legit, like
That's like the
Ow.
skeevers in
you know.
in
Yeah.
Skyrim. I think what's cool about this is if it actually has a couple, like we understand what a beaver is, but if it has a couple other features that maybe make it look like another animal or it's a fusion of animals, that's pretty fitting for a Pokemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you got a beaver that also has like rat features, like you're already doing it. You're making a Pokemon. You're fusing, characteristics. I like the red teeth. That's kind of cool too.
I saw somebody recently. They did like their Fakemon region or whatever, and they had a shark as like a baby shark as the starter. And I'm like, we don't have enough sharks. Yeah, but we don't have enough sharks, right? We don't have enough shark Pokemon. And as a starter, that'd be freaking sick.
That would be
I would
nice.
down.
I mean,
Why do we only have 2 shark Pokemon, and one of them I don't count?
Yeah,
I think
one of them does not even exist
that's a really good point. Yeah, the Gen 2
as a
beta one's
shark. I
pretty
mean,
good.
as a shark.
Yeah,
obviously.
Sharpedo's not a shark.
I was saying the opposite.
What?
They cut
Sharpedo
it
is
in
a
half.
shark.
They cut it in half. I hate
But
it.
it's more shark than
No,
Garchomp.
I think it's way
come on.
cooler. It's a
I
torpedo.
hate it.
It's a torpedo shark. That's what it is.
I hate it.
Listen,
We got a legendary.
And then the Mega
You remember
kept
here.
it cut in half. I thought it was
Oh,
going to give
Gendy.
it a tail.
Yeah.
Gendy, welcome to the legendary
Oh.
tier. Appreciate your support.
Yeah. Thank you.
Love it. That's awesome. Welcome.
Welcome.
I think the thing is that like, when you think of a shark, you're like, oh, it's boring. It's nothing. It's just a
I
fish.
did not think
It's
that.
a fish with
Dude,
teeth.
What?
But then if you look,
Who thinks
You
that?
think that? I thought everybody thought of sharks and were like, that's objectively like the coolest animal ever.
no, I
Dusty.
you guys are misinterpreting. A shark is
Okay.
cool. What I'm saying is like, why would we need a bunch of different types of shark? Right?
Look at those.
I know, and you guys are jumping on the gun. This is why I'm pulling it up
Oh,
to
I
show you
see,
that
I
there's a lot of different types of sharks that
Yeah.
could be interpreted into Pokemon. Right? You make a
Mm-hmm.
leopard shark, but actually give it feline characteristics. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Right? I love the
Yeah.
spot pattern on it. You can make a whale shark. You can make the basking shark with the giant mouth. That's hilarious. Right?
That one-
I'm
want a
laughing
lemon
right
shark.
now. Like that could be a Pokemon. Japanese saw shark. Love it.
I want a lemon shark that
Oh,
bites
100%.
you, but
Dude.
then squeezes lemon juice into the cut.
And it's it's always
That's like
like
its signature move.
it's always puckered, right?
yeah,
hilarious.
that would actually be pretty funny.
That'd
yeah,
be
it's
so
like-
funny. We haven't even said Hammerhead, a
Yeah,
fighting type.
Hammerhead.
Garchomp's like Hammerhead, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm,
It's not really, but it kind of I do
kind
see
of.
that.
In
Kind
the
of, yeah.
sense that it's a shark.
But
you
it's a
know?
land
Mhm.
shark,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
I
Yeah.
really like the thresher shark. That whole
Yeah.
tail thing is like cool.
And here's the thing: all of these shark Pokemon, get rid of the water type, make them all dragons.
Then they're not sharks anymore.
Yo, Sully the Skeleton with the super chat to highlight Bramtastic. I want a water type mantis shrimp. That would be sick. Let's pull up the
Oh,
mantis
yeah.
shrimp.
Let's see what.
Yeah, Brandtastic said a mantis shrimp for a fire or water starter. Have it boil water with its Mach speed punches. These things are pretty.
Oh
weird.
yes,
Did you
I
know?
want it as fire starter though. Fire starter.
Dude, so here's the thing, man. You don't even know about this mantis shrimp, right? Okay, so
He's like, I'm about to blow your mind.
I am. I'm about to blow your mind. This is like at first you're going to be like, okay, why do I care? But then you're going to be like, oh wow, that's actually insane. So humans can process 3 channels of color. Like everything you see, unless you're colorblind, are 3 channels of color: red, blue, and green. But the mantis shrimp can see 12 channels of color. The mantis shrimp sees 4 times as many colors as we do. And now you may think, oh, that sounds crazy. But here's the thing. You can't even fathom what that looks like because we can't see those colors.
Okay, then it should be a psychic type and a water type, and its characteristic is like it's like an artist, right? Or maybe it does what is it called? Like the photo projection. Like what's that psychic attribute where it can astral projection? Yes,
sure,
dude.
Yeah.
This thing is beautiful.
I like it better as a fire type, but that's just me.
Let's get some
Make it fire water, best of both worlds, man.
Let's get some stars in the chat for all the support on the stream. Sully the Skeleton, appreciate you, man. This is a really, really cool one. Okay, so we got a capybara. What are we saying? That's grass type, or
they were saying water.
They said water.
Well, this is.
It does live in the water.
Yeah,
that's
it's
true.
water.
That's true. The capybara lives in water. Okay.
Yeah, make this one fire psychic, bro. Fire. Brand was saying fire.
Honestly, that'd be kind of cool. I could see
like a fire shrimp.
Yeah.
I'm there.
And then I guess evolve. But why is? Oh, I know why it's fire type.
Because it boils water with its punches.
Yeah, because it turns into a cooked lobster.
No. Why are you taking
a fire
good
type
and ruining it? No.
It's got to evolve though. Like what is the progression of the evolution?
It stays a mantis shrimp. Like it just make it like a shrimp or like a prawn that evolves into a mantis shrimp. The mantis shrimp
no. So you're saying Wingull, a seagull, evolves into a Pelipper, and that's the same thing?
No,
they have different inspirations.
I'm saying that some things do evolve into the same things. Turtwig is a tortoise that evolves into say it with me, class. Tortoise.
World tortoise.
No. Park tortoise, not world.
Oh, it's got woodpeckers that change into toucans. So.
There you go.
Well, that's
because
what I'm saying. Closely related.
I just think it's more interesting. I'm just saying it's more interesting.
Examples. Yeah, but typically starters you don't see that as much with.
You're telling me you don't want to battle with a cooked lobster? A fairy fire type cooked lobster?
I'm telling you that that if I got a mantis shrimp Pokemon, those colorful little beautiful murderers, and it evolved into a cooked lobster, I would sue Game Freak.
This is your final dude. Lobster Bisque. Biscar is its name.
Dusty, this is why Game Freak has not hired you.
Bro, look at this.
I am
ghost
not
type?
a fan of
it should be a ghost type
Pokemon, bro. I don't think Pokemon should be foods. But
it's not a food, it's an
Alchemy's the greatest thing that's ever happened to the Pokemon world.
Are you serious or no?
No, he's kidding.
I'm not being
he's
I'm not
hamming it up
that
right
it
now
is
for the
number
live stream.
one, but I genuinely love Alchemy.
He's hamming it up.
Amazing Pokemon.
So
no, I'm really not. I think Alchemy's amazing. Everyone who likes Alchemy, let the chat decide.
I like Milcery.
I like Milcery too.
Milcery's cute
because it's like a little bit easier to not see it as food because it's just a drop of milk. Right.
You're just a drop of milk.
I think the food Pokemon thing gets weird when you think you're like, all right, there had to have been human intervention in this creation, right?
I love this.
But this appears like naturally, right?
Sure.
It's from a leaky mill tank. All right, let's move on to the next question.
Oh my god!
We have to say
we need
a grass type starter. We need a grass type starter.
I like that Game Freak, it's like, hey, it'd be cute if we made this cute little drop of creamer, and they're like, oh, that's adorable, and then meanwhile you have these full-grown adult males just going, well, let's talk about how Milcery can exist in the world of Pokemon.
Dude, I think it matters. I do think it matters. Here, all right. So if we have a shrimp, which is a crustacean, and we have a mammal in the capybara. What if the grass type is a lizard? I mean, I guess we've done that before
Or
with
a bird.
Trico.
One or the other.
No, let's do bird. No, but we've had that. We've had 3. We've had a bird in every type, right?
Yeah, there's lots of birds.
What
Someone
about
said an echidna, and I would cry.
Yeah,
It's another mammal, but I would. It's not technically. What is it? It's not a mammal.
it's a mammal.
Marsupial, which is not. It is a mammal, but
Yeah, it's a mammal.
bro, I want one of these so bad as a Pokemon.
Dude, did I do something in my like Google settings?
That's like-
Because every single thing that I look up, all of these like shopping
No,
things
it's just
pull up.
Google now. They hate
Why
us.
is Etsy and Zazzle and eBay popping up for an echidna
Let's
search?
see. I'm gonna type in echidna and see if it does that for me. Did you just type in echidna or did you
just
pluralize
echidna.
it?
Just
Just
echidna.
echidna. Yeah, that doesn't pull up for me. It's facts about the echidna. What do you like?
I don't know.
Dusty, do you have like
He's
a
shopping.
spending habit, buddy?
He's been shopping a lot.
Do we need to take away your credit card?
No, I need it. I need it.
I need
Hey
it.
yo, what is this?
Spoken like a
Oh,
true
oh no,
addict.
a fruit bat. A fruit bat. Who said that?
Yes.
Yeah, but wait, before you move on, Fruit Bat, yes.
Pet.
Fruit Bat, yes. But look at what this AI thing says about echidnas in Greek mythology. Like, they could go from an echidna, like the animal, into whatever the heck this is.
Yeah.
Half woman, half snake monster who lived alone in a cave and was the mother of many famous monsters. Sounds like my ex-wife, but
Oh my god, Lumi, the boomer jokes
never
that
been
come out
married
of your
before now.
25-year-old brain, it baffles me.
I'm 23. Get out of here.
I know, but
Even better.
what are we looking at right now? The fruit bat. That was such a good one. Oh,
Desdar had a super chat.
Love
though,
it.
And,
let's see
thank
some
you,
stars in
and
the
it's-
chat for Desdar.
Yeah. Wait, it's disappearing in front of my eyes.
Aussie
Aussie region. I want a Taz Devil Imp Fire Starter. Yes,
that's
Tasmanian Devil.
Mm,
That's really cool. The
Yeah.
fruit bat is so cute though. Like, I mean, this thing looks. I mean, I've already described what this would be. Like, I think so easily you just make its wings made out of like foliage. Like, it's like basically
Oh no.
listen.
No.
Listen, the bones, right? The bone structure or whatever it is. I don't know if it's cartilage or whatever. To me, that just looks like you just make it look like the branches of a tree, of a fruit tree. And then you have, or it could be the veins. It could be the veins of like a leaf, right?
Yeah. It does make sense, but I just don't want this majestic creature to be a grass type.
Why not? It's a
Why?
fruit bat. It eats fruit.
It's
I
in the
know.
name, Soul. There's
Like, it
so
would
many
have to
kinds
be.
of bats, so they can like people don't think about that, but there are so many kinds of bats that like they could easily, like I mean they've already done what technically like 4 different bats.
Yeah, we
right?
We have more bats than sharks, okay?
We got 6.
Yeah, that's a
Look at
wild
this.
thought.
It just eats. And then
I love this thing.
Yeah, I
love
like this
it.
too. I could
Flying
see
fox.
its dex entry being like, it feasts on Serene or like the little mangosteen Pokemon. It's Steenie, right?
Mhm. Oh yeah. Yeah, Steenie. That'd be fun.
Oh man. But then
But would it have to be a grass type?
Desdar said the was a Tasmanian Devil Imp Fire.
Tasmanian Devil, yeah.
I like that. I just at the same time I'm like they're kind of like just animals. I don't know. Look at the Tasmanian Devil. There's
Yeah,
not
it's
much
just an
to
animal.
define the
Yeah, but you
creature.
could. Oh, what is going on? I feel like
Yuri
I
also-
Type in Jazzmanian Devil.
did I?
I want a jazz themed Tasmanian Devil.
Dude,
That'd
this
be
is
kind of
crazy.
funny.
It looks like it's Dracarysing right now.
That actually looks like
Its
Kaz from,
cry
like,
is
Looney
just it
Tunes.
going like scoobity bop bop bop.
What you do is you I don't know, there'd have to be another element attached to this, or maybe another Pokemon or another animal added to the inspiration. Look at this Walmart. Why is Walmart popping up? I think I must have like a
Etsy.
shopping setting on.
No, Yori said something about like you need to change something.
This has never happened before.
I saw it, but I lost it. But yeah, I feel like it's just like a kind of angry rat.
Yeah, but it's cute.
I guess the fire type would make it more interesting. But
Yeah.
I just like how does it evolve into something more?
Yeah,
this is why I'm not a Fakemon creator. I need people to like prompt Fakemon to me
Yeah,
because
my
I don't have
internet's
the creativity.
being kind of slow because I want to pull up Dude, I can't get over this.
You're the
this
Tasmanian
Google setting
Devil
right now.
Looney Tunes character.
Yeah, you could do that where it like
It
spins a
doesn't
lot.
look like a Tasmanian Devil. Like, it doesn't look like a
I
Tasmanian
never
Devil.
thought it did, but until I just saw that picture of it with its mouth like wide open, it kind of
Yeah.
looked like one first, like
No.
Taz.
Oh, it is a
See, like,
marsupial.
I don't understand. Like, Bugs Bunny looks like a bunny. Daffy Duck looks like a duck. The Tasmanian Devil does not look like a Tasmanian Devil.
True, but it's a cartoon.
Wile E. Coyote looks like a coyote.
It is
Roadrunner
capable.
looks like a roadrunner.
It's
No,
capable
those two.
of surprising speed and endurance. It can climb trees, swim across rivers.
Oh, they're insane animals.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a whole
nuts.
nother-
So even if it was
Yeah.
a fire type, that's kind of cool to have like the ability to swim. Okay, imagine a fire type Pokemon that has access to surf. Right? That is so cool.
Mhm.
That's like when Beartic got surf.
Forget the Tasmanian Devil. Give me a fire type Thylacine or Tasmanian Tiger.
Why don't you just fuse them together? A Tasmanian Devil
Bro,
evolves into a Tasmanian tiger.
the little devil turns into that tiger would be epic. Are the tigers alive?
It's
Are they
kind of
extinct?
cute, dude.
Well, they are extinct. Technically, they're declared as extinct, but there's actually a lot of evidence that they're actually still out there. Forrest Galante's gonna go find them. Mark my words.
I've seen a video online of like one of them alive because I think they went extinct like in recent decades. I mean, like there was video when they were around, whatever. Yeah, this thing's
Oh, that's so
epic.
cool.
This could be a good Pokemon. I'm just saying.
I like the fire
Yeah, I
type on
love it.
this.
And you know what's the fun thing about that little guy there, Dusty? He is a marsupial.
Yeah, the other one's a marsupial too. The Tasmanian
Yeah. I'm just
devil.
saying, you hear tiger and you think, oh, so it's a feline, but no, it's a marsupial.
Yeah, and you could take inspiration. You could take like, features from all of these things, or even other ones, and tack it onto this Pokemon design. I guess I'm just trying to figure out what the personality is. I guess it's just like a hothead. It's something that's like very irritable. And then the joke is that when it gets angry, it's like Beedrill in the Gen 1 anime. Like, it's just really easy to tick off, and its back erupts with fire. So it's basically Typhlosion. Maybe Typhlosion
Kind
is
of.
this.
No, but I know we might do a. No, I don't want to spoil it. Never mind.
What?
No, I was just going to talk about one of our future videos, but I won't spoil
What's
it.
one of our
Alright.
future videos?
Yeah, wait. Did we
They
already
never
do it?
tell me anything, guys.
So, what else in the last week has popped up on Twitter? I know it has been kind of a dead period. Has Ku been saying anything?
Kind of a dead period. I think it's,
Ku?
like, the most dead period.
No, he's really just commented mostly on the U.S. election.
Has he really?
That's really it. I thought he was making, because he said like, oh, the campaign's taking a turn, and I thought he was talking about like the marketing campaign, but then I realized, oh wait, no, that's a picture of Kamala, which sounds like Kamala. And
Yes.
You just said the same word twice.
I thought that he was making a comment about the hype cycle, but no. No.
There's not much going on.
He's been feuding with Joe Merrick for what
Actually, you know what? Let me look really quick because there was something that he said that was interesting that I had covered, and I don't think we
Fans
talked about
thought
it here.
2015 was the last skip year for the franchise. It even continued during the COVID. But now, I like when people call it the COVID. I think that's so funny.
Yeah.
But now 2024 is. Why would they break the chain?
Oh, dude, I can't believe we haven't even talked about this yet, dude. We got one of the coolest things in the last week. Did you guys see this? Did you guys see Holla?
Dude, yeah.
The coolest thing. This is
so
the most
incredible. I
interesting thing in
can't
the
believe we got
Pokemon
this
community these
review.
days.
Yeah, this is how bored
I-
we are. Can you
I
actually
didn't want to.
can you
I
actually
didn't wanna
explain this
explain
meme
it.
to me? I
I did
vaguely
not
understand.
want to say anything, but I guess it's time. I have received some very, very credible. Can't share my source, but I've seen some very, very credible information that was sent to me that Holla is the faller in
No.
Legend CX.
See,
Could you
that's-
imagine?
Wait.
Could you imagine if Pokemon they saw
lean
the meme
into
and they're
it?
like, put Holla in the game now?
Yeah.
For like a second, I was like, does Lumi have something right now?
Well,
No.
Hear it.
So I heard from a source who got it from another source, and this person has, definitely corroborated information. Like, I believe it, right? This lines up with everything. But I actually heard that the new starter Pokemon is Holla. That's going to be one of the
Oh
new
my
starters.
Dude. I don't know, though.
You want me to explain this?
I think I'll be picking Holla.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I think Holla's good, but Holla does have the advantage over Holla. And
yeah, but have you seen the stat spread on Holla?
Yeah, but did you see the leak that Holla evolves into Holla? Did you see that?
Oh my god.
I hear there's going to be a Mega Holla.
Oh my gosh.
Mega Holla.
If Mega Holla comes back, VGC guys are in shambles.
I think that's why this gains so much traction is because it's actually just funny to
it's just a meme.
Holla.
But like, wait, so explain to me and for the audience
culture meme, you know,
really
what it is, because I think it, from what I heard, was that this originated as a joke against other people who were just kind of like click farming, or what would you call it?
Yes,
like
that's exactly right.
Okay,
engagement bait.
Yeah.
So basically, it's just somebody put it as like one of those posts on Twitter where it's like, I just want to think of one which is, you know, where it's like, what birth month are you? Or, you know, like, and then it has like what you get for your month.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, November has a Rayquaza and you were born in November, so you get Rayquaza, stuff like that.
October got Goomy.
So those kind of posts, and they just put Holla for everything. And that's really it. It's just a mockery of those posts, basically. And what's funny is that everyone did it. I was like, he became what he sought out to destroy. Like, it like literally is an engagement post. Actually, it didn't work for me. Every time I posted it, it was like not that engagement heavy, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, you're not a meme account though.
Yeah, no, I do a little.
I wonder if it'll have a second wind and like the next one's gonna be like Sonya. Or like,
I don't know if this happens again.
Agatha.
This was a cultural phenomenon.
Again. Yeah, this is like again, it's like a Gen Z culture thing where like this sticks, but the second someone tries something else and they're like, look, it's Professor Magnolia, everyone's gonna be like, boo, no, Holla, you know.
Well, what happens with these memes is like they originate, and then they take form. They almost like transform a little bit, right? And so I think what could happen is like, now that everyone has just done it, it's like now you could just change it with something else that's like funny, like another character that's even funnier than Holla. That's what I wonder.
Keep it culturally relevant. I understand that, you know, this is like a pretty big spoiler, but Holla does appear in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
He takes the mask off.
I've seen the movie. He is.
Could you imagine? I can see it coming from the mind of whoever created that movie, Ryan Reynolds or whoever. You know, I could see it just be like Holla pop.
Ryan Reynolds is associated with Pokemon. Don't forget he played Pikachu.
That is true. That's nuts.
I would have died. Like, for the Pokemon fans, I would have been like, what is happening? Holla's there.
Cassie Lang, Ant-Man's daughter, she was also in Detective Pikachu. So there, you know, I'm not saying that Detective Pikachu is going to be in Secret Wars. I'm just saying Detective Pikachu is probably going to be in Secret Wars with Holla.
Holla's going to be in Secret Wars.
Holla's playing Doctor Doom in Secret Wars.
Brandtastic says a Zygarde game having ties with Kalos and Alola is not that unreasonable. I think even if it is a joke. And we've talked about this before. There's a lot of interesting ties. Actually, Lumi, you did a whole video recently tying in Zygarde to the Tapu Quartet. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
So and also the fact that obviously Zygarde is really only relevant in the Sun and Moon games, like hilariously, right?
Yeah.
You think it would?
He's more relevant in Sun and Moon than he is in X and Y.
Yeah, and even though that's kind of a thing that was added, basically, like it's like a mechanical ad, like, you know, they added it to feature Zygarde, and maybe that was the origin. Like, it doesn't really matter because like the fact that Zygarde is in Alola, like it means it has to be canon and it needs to be explained in some way, right? Whether they meant it or not.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, I think it fits, you know, like, to sum up, like, you do have, first off, you have the fact that Game Freak's been showing, like, this interest in kind of adding to old groups, right? Like, you have the Reggies getting a new Reggie, or two new Reggies, in fact, and Sword and Shield, you have the Kami trio now becoming the Kami Quartet with Enamorus. And like the Tapus are so tied to Zygarde with the whole nature themed. I mean, you have to remember like the Tapus literally their whole like role is they protect the island from like ecological threats like the Ultra Beast invasion. They also their signature move is called Nature's Madness. If you think about it, my wife told me this one was a stretch, but I actually like this. The Tapus are all terrain based, right? Like they each set up a new terrain. Zygarde, while not terrain based, is a ground type, which is quite literally terrain. You know, like it's the terrain type if you think about it. X and Y was also the first place that we saw the strange souvenir, which was a hint to Alola because it's a literal Tapu. So there's just kind of an out of universe connection that happened.
The Tapus also formed
and they
together.
both have a complete form.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, the Tapus have their like complete form via the Z move, which still feels a little incomplete to me. Yeah. And then Zygarde has its complete form.
The Z moves. Here, let me pull it up for people who are watching. What would you call that? Tapu. I don't know. Tapu complete. Let's see what happens.
I would just type in the Tapu Z move because it appears in its Z move.
Yeah, Z move. It feels like it's almost like a projection of light, right?
Is this only Tapu Koko though?
No, it's all of them. All of them when they use their Z move that's tied to Nature's Madness, it becomes.
But do they become this?
Yeah, they all become this.
Just for the attack.
Different gold thing. They just all like jump on and become the head of it.
So to me, that's a projection of light,
they close their
which
shell.
would suggest.
I feel like I've never seen it though.
Yeah, type in Tapu Bulu Z move and you'll see it.
I mean, I never really liked the Tapu, so.
Well, that's because you're a loser.
Yeah, Tapu Bulu is using it right here. There is no image of it. Yeah, there really is no image
I've never seen that Lumia in my brain. I don't know.
It's real.
Click the video then. We'll prove it. Click a video of them using it.
Yeah. I want to see it.
But yeah, to me, if this is a projection of light, right? If it's related to, whatever the lore of the Z crystals, if it's related to Necrozma, I don't know.
Oh, this is Coco.
It would suggest to me that there has to be some other real form that is not unlocked yet. So this is Tapu Bulu. Look at this thing rips out of the ground. This is honestly so crazy.
You do also
to
have
be a new form.
Like,
you're right.
Yeah. You know that have you heard about like the connections between Zygarde and Guzzlord?
Yeah, I've seen that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so they kind of like the complete form, its head kind of looks similar to like the little head on top of Guzzlord. But then also probably the most interesting thing is that Guzzlord and Zygarde are found in the same cave in Alola.
Are they really?
It's the same cave, same exact spot.
Wow.
This is cool. I like this though.
And there's people who've done better theories on that and like tying in all the connections, but that's just a cool one.
That is really cool.
I thought of.
I mean,
I guess the idea is like, it's like what, I don't know. Could this Pokemon have a greater form, and could it in any way be connected to Zygarde? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. They are just separate things, but they could have similar inspiration.
Z Legend Z,
Yeah, that's
true.
There's just a lot of tie-ins, a lot of connections. Really,
there are a lot.
But
this is like a form change that
for sure.
I haven't really thought of too much, but it is technically one.
Yeah.
Look at
for
this.
Z moves.
You get the laser eyes.
Red eyes.
I think that's edited in there.
She's evil. Yeah, if nothing else is going on with Ku, we had this rumor pop up.
I was going to say one thing about Ku.
Sure, let's talk about it.
There's one big talking point. Bram said something though too.
Bram said, Guardian of Alola proceeds to destroy half an island with a single Z move punch. That is true.
Yeah,
it is crazy the power that those Z moves actually have, right? Like when you watch the animation.
New headcanon. 10 Carat Hill was formed by a Tapu battle with Necrozma way back when the Z crystal formed.
It would have been really cool to see these like golems, Tapu golems.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is the final form? Do they have a Mega? Do they have a? It's kind of a prediction of a Dynamax, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is
Altogether-
10 Carat Hill? It's like this, like... It looks
It's
like
a
a
crater.
volcano.
It's a crater.
Okay, crater.
Yeah.
But Bramtastic, thanks for being a member for 9 months. Yeah.
You're the realist.
A Game
we
Freak.
like having
You're the
members
realist.
community.
Mind you.
Yeah, not even just, it's intense.
So it's a meteor? Is that like confirmed?
Ah,
Is that what you said?
I don't know. It might be. I'm honestly not sure. I think
Graham says
it
it's
might be
where
like
Necrozma landed in Sun and Moon, but I don't know
Wow.
if that's...
that might be the case because you find Necrozma there.
Yeah.
At the end of Sun and Moon.
Okay, so that would make sense. Like it just crashes down. That's insane. So I'm actually
That'd be
really
lovely.
I'm hoping to play these games very soon.
Mhm.
Maybe this weekend. Maybe on someone else's channel. Rhymes with take. Take Iron
Bro,
Bear.
you guys doing these like, are you ever gonna finish one of these games?
I think it's fun to just like remember
start
what
each
the
game.
game is, Because like I haven't
remember
played this.
the first 10 minutes.
No, but it's the
Well,
first.
if you do that with Sun and Moon, then that means you get through the first cutscene, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. That's what I was telling him. I'm like, I think we
gotta
might
do
not
more.
get that far. I was
Nah,
thinking
yo,
that.
if you do a 24-hour live stream, you might get past the exposition.
Sure. So what's going on with Ku right now?
If you just go to his latest, if you go up just a little bit there, I was gonna read it from my. Okay, it's right there. What if WCS only talks about that card game app? Would you go riot?
I don't
Which
think I
is a
would.
very
Yeah.
cool way of saying it. But this is kind of big news for people expecting Pokemon Legends EA news.
What's
at Worlds.
so the assumption here is that if Ku is talking about the app, he might be suggesting that all we're really going to get is a ton of information about Pokemon Pocket, right?
Well, he's talking about Worlds.
Oh, the WC.
So like,
Yeah,
World
WCS
champion.
is World Championships.
Oh, okay.
and
See, but that's bizarre to me
it's just
because
depression.
that has nothing to do with
for us.
battling. You think it'd be kind of related.
I don't know why. Joe Merrick actually made a really good point on this too. The thing that he said, and I've been saying this for a while, is I don't know that we can expect news for Legends EA at Worlds purely because Worlds news is usually like focused around the competitive scene, and Legends EA will not have a competitive bracket. So it's, like they didn't do Let's Go news at Worlds because it's irrelevant.
Yeah, that could make sense.
Both for Worlds and as a game.
Then
it's
it
irrelevant.
just makes you ask though, like, so when are we getting Legends EA news? Are we...
all right. I've decided we cannot get Legends EA. We cannot get the release of that game next holiday. I think that's way too late.
No, it'll be before then.
Yeah, it'll be before
we-
that. So let's just
There
work
are
backwards.
people that hold
If-
on to that.
So if it's coming out, let's say, like a month ago, like in 11 months. Let's say it comes out in a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
When are they going to start promoting that? Is it going to be like 3 months from now? Would it be around the holidays? They've got no game to promote.
They usually
Shameless
start.
plug. I did a video on this.
Go check it
I
out.
didn't know. They usually start like a year before. I'd say. I mean,
Well, they
So then it's
introduce
got to be
it.
coming up.
so they typically like looking at. We're gonna use Scarlet and Violet because that was the most recent new game, right? In fact, screw that. Let's use Legends Arceus as an example. So Legends Arceus was it came out it was revealed in February. It was revealed in February and it released the January of the following year. The first batch of news, and I say that with quotes because all it was the box art and release date. That came out in late May. So that is about 9 no. It's about 8 or 9 months before the game came out, right? I think I'm doing that math correctly. Yeah, 8 months.
I don't math, so
It's 8 months before the game came out was when we got the box art reveal and the release date reveal. So if we assume for a moment, because I do, that Legends EA is coming out either May or June, that is personally when I think it's coming out, then that would put us at about November, October for the box art release date. Then the actual present, the big boy news, if you will, that came out 6 months before the actual release of the game. So that would put this, again, if it's releasing May or June, December, January for the reveal. Like the big reveal. You know what I mean? Like the the good trailer.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a long time.
It is crazy. The second set of trailers we got were August 18th.
Legends Arceus did not have a lot of news either. They have been steadily doing like less and less promotion since Sun and Moon.
And I hate that.
I mean, we hate it, but it honestly is kind of cool because then it's like so much is a surprise. It is.
I don't like it.
We don't like it because we're content creators, but it
but I still would.
No, I don't like it as a Pokemon fan. I wasn't a content creator till Scarlet and Violet. I hated it in Sword and Shield. I wanted more. Sure. I hated it in Legends Arceus. I wanted more.
I want to get hype, I want to feel the hype, but there's no hype. It just releases. Yeah. All right.
They also their trailers aren't as good. Their trailers aren't like for Scarlet and Violet. The trailers weren't as hype. Do y'all remember that day the "Here Comes a Brand New World" trailer came out from Sword and Shield? That was like one of the most hype days in the fandom. And yes, part of that was because they had not yet announced National Dex, but still, it was a hype trailer.
Here comes a brand new world. No National Dex.
Right. And it's funny, everyone was like, I love this game. And then a week later at E3, they're like, National Dex is being cut. And everyone was like, look at this tree. This is the worst game ever made.
Where's my Breloom?
And the big meme was that, you guys are going to miss Maractus. And then Maractus was in the game.
Dude, Maractus is good.
No.
It's a Maraca cactus.
Just no. No, it's fine.
And it should be sound type.
I think it should evolve, and then I would think it might be decent.
Yeah.
But going back to this, I think I think it's actually going to be pushed up more because I do think we could get Legends EA news.
Oh, okay.
Soon. But soon is relative.
I mean, listen, if it's that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, I don't know, but I would imagine they're not going to want to promote something around the holidays if you can't buy it. So wouldn't you want to just like promote something?
I don't know, because there's pre-orders. So you would.
Sure, that's a good point.
I think,
then
so
give it to us now, or tell us about it now. Why should we pre-order? Right. That's a good point. I didn't even think about pre-orders. So there isn't. That's interesting.
Like especially because like at game stores, by pre-ordering you get like I don't know if all game stores are like this, but the way GameStop works here in the United States of America, we have they will not do a midnight release for the game unless they get a certain amount of pre-orders. So like I used to live in a really small town and my GameStop never got the amounts for the midnight release, so they never did a midnight release.
Wow.
But like now I'm closer to a city, and in that city, because it's a city, they always do the midnight releases because they're always going to get that amount.
That's interesting. So they kind of already, because not the problem, but like Legends Arceus suffered because it didn't. I don't think it really got a fair shake at sales. It didn't get a holiday season because the holiday season, all of those sales were eaten up by BDSP. So it's actually, I never thought of the pre-order aspect where like people could be pre-ordering Legends ZA around the holidays. Maybe I will. Who knows? Pokemon, give us some free copies.
Yeah,
of the game.
Give us something and I'll do it.
and then they get to actually like sell the heck out of it whenever it launches. I'm imagining just around this time next year, if that's the case. Sully the Skeleton, $2. Thanks for the super chat.
Thank you.
PLA deserved a DLC. Absolutely. Let's see some stars.
It got one. Daybreak. I'm kidding. That was.
But that's crazy because listen, you want to talk about Riddler Cool. You want to talk about like people who know some information and who might not know other information. Riddler Cool said we were getting like a substantial DLC.
He never said substantial.
No, he did. He said that we're getting downloadable content for.
Yeah,
for
I think.
okay.
So okay.
And
so
people were like,
we're getting DLC. Right.
Sure.
This is
DLC at the
downside,
time
right?
means
Pokemon
big game.
just released their first DLC,
and it was
Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra, pretty dang massive. And so then when they hear there's DLC coming to Legends Arceus, there's not any kind of evidence of what that DLC could entail, but you naturally have people jumping to, well, we got a new area in Sword and Shield, so obviously Legends Arceus is going to give us Sinjo. We had that reference to Dunsparce having an evolution with wings, so we're going to get our Dunsparce evolution in the Sinjo DLC.
Scarlet and Violet.
It hurts my soul, Lumi. You can't bring this stuff up.
But it's and I'm not saying that, you know, Ku is absent of blame or guilt in perhaps, you know, fueling fan expectations, but I am just saying people naturally, they go for the biggest thing. And it's so weird to do that with Pokemon, right? Like, all the time people are like, I played this game, the story sucked. And it was like, you picked up a Pokemon game for the story?
It's weird, though, because people have to realize, like, he's a Pokemon fan, too. So if he gets information like there's going to be DLC, he doesn't know anything more than there's going to be DLC, and he starts being like, oh, I wonder what could be in this DLC.
It's misleading.
And then people are like,
it's misleading.
Oh, wow. It's only misleading
you
because
protect
people
him, Soul,
think that
but it's
every
misleading.
single word means something.
Yeah.
When
I think the guilt's
doesn't
on
have
both.
to.
I think
it's on both sides.
On the one
he
hand,
knows
you know,
it.
people shouldn't sit there and jump to wild conclusions. But on the other side, I do think, like how I kind of said earlier in the video, because I am a content creator, so I have a following, one thing I try to be conscious of, and I don't know if I do a good job at this or not, but I do my best.
I think you do.
Is that I try to not use my influence to drive up expectations, you know, and I'm not saying that he uses his influence maliciously, but I'm just saying he isn't careful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He is not careful to, you know, keep expectations.
He does what I do, except I don't think people actually think I'm an insider.
Like, I think people actually think you're an insider.
Yeah, but they're not paying attention. Those are people in passing. Those are people in passing.
I think he does it. I think he does it, and he thinks that people won't think.
No,
that
Saul,
it's that.
No shot.
There's no way he's that stupid.
Unless you've spoken to him, I think he knows what he's doing. The guy's got an ego.
I think he just says whatever he wants.
I don't see how he could not know that him posting something is, especially because
like we're literally talking about this right now.
Right. He's been doing this actively for 3 years. He's been doing it longer, but like very actively for 3 years now. And he sees the comments he gets when he posts something about Breloom coming to Quest and everyone going, oh, Breloom Mega and Legend ZA or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I think, which I guess some of that is not.
Know.
Yeah.
I think he just thinks that those people are dumb, though. He thinks like, how could you think that this was something I was actually hinting?
Yeah.
That's what I think that he thinks. But that's also a good point towards this. Because this is asked as a question. I feel like when he does these kinds of things, you should always take everything with like maybe like that's what I do. Listen, on mine, like I love to create.
I'm on a low sodium diet.
Yeah,
no salt.
And I think that's so healthy.
I love to create speculation. I love the hype, but I also keep myself grounded, and I hope that fans, followers, whatever of mine do the same kind of thing. They don't a lot of times, but it's like when you look at this, you got to think. He's saying this, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there won't be anything at Worlds. It's not. Yeah. He's not saying there won't be anything at Worlds. You know, like, or it's like this is a riddle. This is not a riddle. This is just him.
I know, but that's like the expectation from the account. I just think I think he's aware of it, and I don't think he does anything to like go against
he doesn't
it
care.
or whatever. Yeah,
he just doesn't
like
care.
So you do a very good job on your Twitter. It's funny, you know, to brag on you for a moment. Literally before you got on, Dusty and I were talking about how like amazing you are at running like your Twitter and how good your posts are. But you do a really good job at making it clear that like, hey, I am covering leaked information, or hey, I'm covering something that looks kind of fun and I'm going to speculate on it. You do a very good job at showing this is not leaked information. This is something that I, a Pokemon fan, am speculating on. And I think that Ku, with his following and with the fact that he is someone who has inside information, he needs to do a better job at making it clear to his audience, this is not a leak. This is me just talking.
But he doesn't, I don't think he wants to. I think he likes...
I agree. I don't think
he likes to just have some chaos and just do whatever.
Well,
like he just wants to do whatever he wants with this account.
Right? If I don't say that this post is related to the future of Pokemon, everyone will comment on it assuming it is. But if I straight up say, hey, just a big fan of Pokemon Quest, I think it's cool they're dropping this Mon. No one's going to comment, no one's going to retweet, no one's going to like, you know?
I don't know. I think it's just... Yeah, I think he just likes to get like a rouse out of people, if that's the right way to say that. But you know, a ruse? I don't know.
No, it's for the record. I just thought you said aroused at first, and I was very confused.
And just for the record, just to not confuse or to suggest or have anyone think that I'm a hypocrite, I don't think there's anything wrong with what he's doing, because I do the same thing. I just want to point out that we're like we're like waiting desperately for more information. And every time he does post, because it's like gambling. Every once in a while he does post something and it's real and it's exciting, right? And so every post he makes is exciting because it could be real. That's fine.
I just know that when it's real, it's like it's go time.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like
sure.
It's like, all right, everyone knows. Yeah, we're in this and it's happening. That's when it's time. Not now. It's like you got to be like a little cautious.
We should make bingo cards for our like.
I know we should.
Legends ZA leak season.
Yeah.
I want on my bingo card the surprising return of Kaka.
I want a surprising dude. I can't wait.
No.
I can't wait for the rematch of Ku and Centro. Like that's that's the pay-per-view like fight that I'm ready for, you know?
Dude,
I mean,
can I just say how cool would it be if like when Pokemon fans had drama, they just like were like, let's battle. That would like Ku and Joe have been like, you know, going at it lately, right? If they posted like, guys, this Saturday, 10 p.m. we are battling on Scarlet and Violet. It's gonna be live on Joe's Twitch. Ku's gonna be streaming it on YouTube. I would be there much.
Do you know? If you could facilitate that, your account would explode.
Yeah,
I think that would be one of. Yeah, that would be one of like the biggest. It's just a fantastic idea to for any of that. Also, thank you to you guys. It was arise, is what you say, and now I feel really stupid for saying arouse. Arouse out of people. I'm like arouse.
Who gets aroused? SoulSilverArt 2024.
Jark has been a member for 9 months. Thank you, buddy.
That's so cool because that's how long he's been alive.
Oh my god!
I think Legends. And D Sampy also became a legendary channel member.
Let's go, Sampy.
Yeah, appreciate it, Sampy.
But he already was.
Yeah, I know.
He renewed it.
Yeah, he renewed it.
There you go.
Jark says, I think Legends actually suits small content updates like Daybreak more than DLC. I wish we got 2 or 3 of those that added small areas or new mons.
Oh, yes. I agree. I'm down. I like, as long as there's more content than just Daybreak, I'm down. Like, little small ones like that would have been fun. As long as they are not just, not hordes. What are those in Legends Arceus?
Outbreaks, mass outbreaks.
Outbreaks, yes, outbreaks. I was just looking at Dusty laughing.
Well, I know I was laughing because Bramtastic said Jark has been a member for exactly 1 pregnancy.
Exactly 1 pregnancy.
9 months. I don't want that to become a thing in our community.
I think it's hilarious. Actually, it's a great way to.
That's a great way to measure time.
That's the word I was looking for.
No, let's move on. We don't need to go back into it.
Show the passage of time, though. No, it is. It's a great way to show, like, this is how much can happen in that time.
A child is born.
A child is created and born.
There's a virgins on this planet.
Like,
what did I say,
in the Force.
What did I say,
think of your life right now. In 9 months, you could be a father. Completely different life. That's what I'm saying.
That'd be great.
See?
Nice. Before we move on from this, I just want to say, and I didn't say this last time, and I love Ku, and I don't like to be like negative towards him in any way, but in the past, it's been almost proven that he doesn't have as much information on dates and times.
Mm-hmm.
I just be weary of this. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when he's talking about trailers coming out and such, a lot of times he doesn't have that information. I think it's
Yeah.
been in the past.
Now there's different.
I'm pushing
there's
back
different
for the show,
sectors, right?
but
Like
it's also
in
just
the when there's announcements and stuff like that is going to be handled. That's not even handled by a game development team,
And that's
you know?
the truth of it. Yeah, it's not. It's two different kinds of
Right.
things. If he had a source that was telling him when trailers are coming, then that's different. Maybe he does now. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
I
important.
don't know, but the flip side is when he starts revealing information. Usually that means that we're like in trailer season because usually it's not long before.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Those leaks
Um,
come anyway too. When we're in like trailer season,
Yeah.
it's like you can get a 4chan leak that will tell you, and maybe he sees it and says something about it because
Dude,
that happens.
I will never forget like the day or two before the Scarlet and Violet August presents. You messaged me, Soul, and you told me that you were hearing that there was a leak that was real. And that leak described a Pokemon as a spiky bipedal whale. And that sounded so stupid to me. But then when I saw Satitan,
when you
it
saw it.
was and still is my favorite Gen 9 design. Like, I fell in love. And so I always have that memory of seeing that leak, talk about Satitan, and then getting him.
I'm glad it was good for you because to me, I was like kind of disappointed in that because it like revealed almost that whole trailer, and I was like, dang, I wish I hadn't seen this. I don't like seeing like a 4chan leak right before the trailer because I'm about to see the trailer,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
it's fun ahead of
why
time.
do I need
'cause-
to see this now?
No, I get
Yeah.
you. I get you. Yeah, I kind of want to show off. So we're about to drop some new merch. This was created by Noivy. I'm currently wearing a T-shirt designed by Noivy. This shirt in a bunch of colors is available on our website right now. Links in the description. But we're also launching. How do I do this without showing my chats, my chat logs, whatever? It's just gonna happen.
That is a question for you alone.
We get this new
Wow.
Olympic themed.
This is the first time I'm seeing this
T-shirt.
too.
This is a brand new design. It was just sent to me by Noivy. Here's the thing: the Paris Olympics in 2024 are in Paris. I already said that.
Are you sure
And-
that the Paris Olympics are in Paris?
And guess what? We're going back to
We're going
Kalos,
to
which
Paris.
is inspired by Paris. Lumio City is inspired by Paris.
Do you Ratatouille music?
Yeah. So
the three of us are going to Paris. Let's go.
yeah. So we got. This is not up on the site right now. Kind of a mess up by me by not having this live right now. But if you check back later today, this will be on the website. We'll be promoting it plenty. I just love this design so much. This
Can
Japanese.
you hear like the Legend ZA
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
music playing?
Yeah. And
Like when
Dude,
the
what's that from?
this is
Little
hidden
reflection.
power right here. You got a picture of the Lumiose city or the Lumiose
Prism
Tower,
Tower.
the Prism Tower with a little fletchling flying
Lumiose
around.
Tower is my battle channel. Goes up.
And you got the colored unknown, a bunch of shiny unknowns right here. Love it so
yeah,
much.
that's my favorite part of it. I think I really like that.
So shout out to Noivy,
Yeah,
super talented artist in our community, but also
Noivy is incredible with this
Yeah.
He is
stuff. I don't
the
even
goat.
know.
So
I don't
you
even
can,
know.
Yeah, so go check out our site. Links in the description to get some merch and support the channel. If you are already a channel supporter, depending on which tier you are, you will be able to unlock some discount codes for any merch that you buy on the site on the merch site. Lumi, do you have a list of our supporters that we could thank? I know we just got a bunch of new ones.
I does.
Hey,
All
they're
right.
all
We
in the
just got a
chat.
bunch of new ones
Yeah.
already, but
There are a bunch of them are in here. Oh, did we get any? We didn't get any like of the little ones that I need to add to the list to be okay. So we have. I want to thank. Oh, sorry, something popping up on my
You're good,
screen.
you're
I
good.
did not. All right, there we go.
this is so much fun doing live. Honestly, it's a little chaotic, but I think it's a little bit more fun.
It's nice
to
to
see all
because it's
you
like
guys.
stress free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we want to thank our mythical tier supporters, which are Indiana Jenkins, Ryan, Candace Wendy's, Case, Coronet Highlander, Sully the Skeleton, and the Pokekid 01. We want to thank our Arceus tier supporters, Young Smokey and Hayes. And then we want to give a Gigantamax size shout out to our Game Freak Inc. level supporters, Drogain, Bramtastic, and Rilo.
Yeah, Rilo's brand new. Just joined today.
Yeah, like
Heck
literally
yeah.
like 5-6 hours ago.
Appreciate all of you guys
Thank
so
you
much.
guys.
And there's
Thank you guys. That's
I
awesome.
think there's some more joins that maybe we got today. Some new members maybe popped in that aren't on that list, but we thank all of you. Hey, yeah, Hayes just became a member for 8 months.
Oh wow.
He says he already ordered the other T-shirt, so that's awesome. Really appreciate that.
Hey.
Oh, I told him to get both. I'm like, just get both.
Yeah. I'm wearing. I love this shirt so much.
Bro, I
This is
want
so
all
cool.
of them.
But yeah, let's give it like another 10 minutes, and then I think maybe we'll wrap up the stream.
Did you want to cover that one?
Yeah, am I legally allowed to cover this? Because I liked this a lot, honestly.
No, I
like
like
I
this.
didn't like what it said, but it was actually like I felt like they did a good job in comparison to other leaks we've.
Yeah.
After this though,
Right.
Dusty, there's also two like fake leak images I sent to the chat here.
I'll
that we
send
can-
you
we
to
can-
them in your DMs, Dusty.
on Twitter?
It's in
please.
here though. It's in here.
Yeah,
I
Twitter.
sent it to this.
I know, but when he clicks that, it causes a little error with the cameras, like the way he's capturing our cameras.
Dang
I'm gonna
guys.
send it to him in the Twitter DMs.
All right, so new rumor for Legend ZA. Okay, this is a rumor. They're calling it a leak. It's a rumor on 4chan. Stole these leaks from Chinese forums that I saw buzzing in their community earlier. Sorry, did best I could from what I could make out. All right, number one, the partner Pokemon are going to be Chikorita, Tepig, and Poplio. Kind of cool because these are underrated Pokemon. I feel like these are maybe the least favorite of each of their
What do you know what they're doing?
regions. What?
It's
Dinosaur,
a continuation
pig.
of the Legend starter. It's a continuation of that.
Oh, okay. Johto,
Johto,
Unova.
Alola.
We're talking over each
So
other.
if this were the case, then the next Legends game, the idea would be, well, that one will have Totodile, Snivy, and Litten.
That's awesome. Very cool. And we did see in the original Legends Arceus trailer there were 3 books, and as the first book opens, right, then it shows us the world of Legends Arceus and Hisui and that whole story.
And the one below it was green.
And that means we're going back to Kanto. All right, let's get through this quickly.
No,
okay?
ZA is what I was saying.
Yeah. Oh, I think you meant the last one. Yeah, that's a good point. That's true. What's the next one? Blue?
I don't know.
Look it up. All right. So the partner Pokemon for Legend ZA would be Chikorita, Tepig, and Poplio. I honestly like these starters. I think this is a pretty good. This is good because all of their final forms.
Pause for 1 second. Bram just dropped 50 on us.
Bram,
Oh, wow,
what are you doing,
dude.
Bram? All right, Bram.
50
Oh my
pounds,
gosh.
by the way, 50 pounds. Thank
Sent
you so much.
Emojis in the chat.
you.
Star emojis, heart emojis in the chat right now.
You're
Going
honestly-
live has been so much fun. I
Yes.
honestly hope you do like more like this. Dude, we'd like to, man. We want to talk to all of you so much more. Honestly, dude, everything, all your support, super unnecessary, but it is appreciated, and it does
All
make a
the
difference.
love.
Thank you, Bram. We really appreciate it. That's amazing. Yeah. Listen, I do like this. This does feel better. Every Tuesday we record, and it's just us 3 just yapping at each other, being like, let's cut that out, or
Which is equally fun, though.
yeah, no, it is fun. It is fun. It's like, let's cut that
this
out,
is
or
great
let's
with
add
them.
another part here. But to
I
just
like
do it
that.
live is pretty sweet.
Arts.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thank you, Bram.
So much.
Thank you.
All right, let's
right,
get
where
back
are
into
we?
this.
I don't know where you left off.
So I just want to emphasize that I think all of these starters are underappreciated, and I think their final forms are a little underbaked. And I would like to see them all reinterpreted.
I do
That's
not
on
like,
me.
Like Poplio, it's lying.
I like Poplio. I think
most
Brion
of these
is weird.
starters are like nobody likes them. I don't think that they would go over well. That's the thing.
I think they should probably mix and match these a little bit better. I don't know.
This is
I also
Kinda
just don't
instantly-
think that they're going to do the exact same regions they did for Legends Arceus. That was probably that might be my biggest critique of this post, is I don't find it believable that they would do the exact same regions as Arceus for the starters where they're pulled from.
yeah. The starters is already a big point, but
All right, so we got Psychedelic Flower, which is Chikorita, Beauty Pig, which is Tepig, and Violent Singer, which is
so they
which is whatever it's called.
Poplio.
Yeah,
I think
Sorry,
the
what was that
idea
Primarina.
here is that they said they're pulling this from a Chinese form. So
Which I appreciate that they said
right,
that.
yeah. Well, and the thing about like Chinese names is they're incredibly like literal. Like I think tarantulas is literally tiny spider is what it translates to. So I think they're translating what the final evolutions names were, which would imply that the final evolutions are not regional variants, but are actually new Pokemon altogether. So it's not a Colosian Embor; it's a new Pokemon.
Yeah. I think Beauty Pig is very sus because we just got the Oinkolones.
Yeah,
and
but
I'm just like, it's the same kind of thing.
I'm with you,
Right.
but also I'm thinking about how many times they, like a generation after, will duplicate the same concept in a different way.
Yes, but not the same, like the same inspiration. I
Kind
feel
of.
like.
Kind of.
Right,
Whether it's
like maybe the same
typing.
animal, but they're gonna go a different route with the like
Mhm.
themes of it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which we don't know. We don't know the extent of this. I mean, as you continue, it says has a stove pattern.
Yeah, so
exclusively
Beauty Pig has a
fire fairy.
stove pattern, which I guess what would that mean? Like,
So it'd be more like a cooking kind
Have
of.
you
pig.
pull up a picture of Embor? And
I
you
think
can
I've
kind of
seen-
like
How old is this?
I can see the image. This is pretty
Yeah.
new. This was last like 24 hours.
yeah, so
I've
it's
seen-
got the Embor has these spirals on its belly.
Right.
So instead, it maybe would
It
be
would
like
just be
circles.
like a stove shape. It would be
Yeah.
like, man, what coils is what they call them.
Coils,
The coil
yeah.
stoves.
Which also kind of, if it's a Beauty Pig, this thing around its chest could maybe be a little bit longer, and the coils maybe look like frills of a dress, if that's where we're going with this. But let's
Yeah.
continue. All right, let's continue. Because we do want to record after this off air a different episode that I think Soul was going to talk about, but we're not going to talk about it right now. All right.
Yeah, you're right.
So Beauty Pig
You're right.
has a stove pattern, exclusive. Oh, fire and fairy Pokemon. Okay, that's cool. That's a cool typing. There's no other explanation for the other starters, I guess. All right. So the new legendary
Kuro made-
Pokemon is like a Celesteela. What does that mean? Like a Celesteela. I
It's
guess
'cause the
Celesteela is
A-
based on bamboo.
It looks similar.
Yeah.
Well,
Looks
I
like an
think
A.
I think it's saying it's looking similar because like the A looked like the ultimate weapon. Everyone was saying it looked like Celesteela. So like this is taking that idea and saying, well, that's because the legendary looks like Celesteela.
Yeah, I could see it. Okay.
Just so you know, Kuro actually put another point against the starters, which is that if the Beauty Pig would turn into a Fire Fairy, then it's mid stage, which I forget the name, but it's firefighting. So then it would have to change from firefighting to Fire Fairy as well.
I think it could do that
change.
for what it's worth. I think they could do
Ignite,
that,
yeah.
right? Like I
No,
mean,
I'm gonna push back.
Cubone's a ground
No.
type that evolves into a fire ghost, and
True.
you know,
It's just, yeah. That's
Well,
Execute,
What
Grass
is it?
Psychic to Grass Dragon.
What about you have Rowlet
Rowlet, yeah.
goes from that changes.
Grass
But I
flying
guess
to grass fighting.
But
or
I guess
grass
Rowlet
ghost.
and its evolution are the same type, where it already
Yeah.
changes. I don't think it's that big
Yeah.
of a deal. I think it's
It'd
kind
be
of
a
cool.
little weird, but the thing is, if they ever want to do with Tepig the treatment that they did with the Legend starters, if that one day happens for all starters, then it's going to happen like this at some point, and for other Pokemon too. Like I believe Monferno,
Yeah,
I think
you're not wrong.
Marshtomp. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
all Pokemon are going to be subject to that at some point if they follow that pattern.
true.
I'm into it. I think it's cool. All right, Mega Evolution Phenomenon returns no new Mega Pokemon. Get out of here! What? All right, any
Yeah.
Pokemon can Mega Evolve though. What? I'm so confused.
It's probably like a Dynamax thing where it's like everything can Dynamax.
Sure.
Yeah, the very next point explains it.
Okay, generic Aura Boost. I hate this. I said this day one. All right, generic Aura Boost for Pokemon that do not have a designed Mega. All right, that is cool. But like, legit. Okay, so
It's kind of believable.
What is the
honestly.
stat distribution then? Like, what defines it as a Mega?
It would
If it's not getting a new
probably be-
design, if it's not getting a new type, if it's not getting
It'll
a new
probably be
ability,
the same.
what
change,
stats
like
does it get?
Plus 100 across the board.
You mean like
And you'll just
distributed?
see, like, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
so
just
like
with
20
Dynamax,
Or
like
what would it be like 18
some
points?
Pokemon that didn't Gigantamax, when they Dynamax, they still got the same thing where they get max moves and they get like what, double the health or something like that.
Yeah.
And just the difference was the G-Max Pokemon had a different look and they got one G-Max move that was
Yeah.
a little different,
I could see like 20 points in every stat, maybe.
I can actually see this being real though, because I do think that
know.
they want to make gimmicks for like every Pokemon,
Yeah.
or like to balance it, especially Megas. That was like the whole thing.
But dude, give us.
I think
some
this is
new
very
Megas.
possible, but no new Megas would really suck if this is what
why
we're
tease
getting.
it like that?
But dude, see, look, all I'm saying is because of that, like, oh, that's a little disappointing. That's what makes
makes it realistic.
This might be real.
That's so
That's a good
true.
point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Icarus is a member for 6 months. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man.
Keep up the great work and providing us content
man.
during the dry period. Wanted to ask, how would y'all feel if we got a spin-off game instead?
Depends on the spin-off game is the thing.
Yeah.
True.
Like Mystery Dungeon, couldn't care less. A new
Pokemon
Snap
Snap?
game? Oh, we're in.
Couldn't care less. Oh yeah,
I think
we're
we
in,
are
we're in.
getting one. It's called Pokemon Pocket, and that's it.
Yeah, that's true. That's a spin-off game.
Yeah. Because
No, I
spin-off
think
games are
it's
just
due.
like mobile games now.
I do think
Yeah,
we're
that's
due for
true.
a new spin-off though, like a core spin-off.
We are Pokemon Pocket.
Yeah.
It's possible just because
the console experience.
leaker-wise, nobody would know about it because it'd be from a different company completely. But where we're at in the time frame of this year, it feels very impossible. You know,
Sure.
like it's be like they're going to announce it and it's
Well,
going to come out when, like in January. You know,
Detective
it's
Pikachu
tough.
2 was just what, like 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago?
That bombed.
I know it bombed, but I'm just saying. So, like, we got a spin-off recently. I mean, yeah, it's garbage, but we did get one.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like that probably doesn't inspire them to do many more either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also very, very true. That's a huge point, honestly. But the first one didn't do that well. I thought. I don't know why they
No, I
thought
don't
they
think so
should do
either.
a second one. It was.
I mean, the movie
was-
was hype. They should have done
The
a second
movie
movie.
was hype, but
Should have done a second movie. not a
even the
second
movie,
trash
like,
game.
I liked the movie, but like it was a strange choice, right? Like, why did you make a move out of all the Pokemon lore world games, spin-off games?
So real.
Why Detective Pikachu? But yeah, Detective Pikachu came out October 6th of last year, so it hasn't even been a year since our last spin-off.
Okay.
That's
good to know.
Crying inside.
Yeah, I'd be pumped if we got an Aura Boost. And they could, listen, if they're not going to take the time to give every Pokemon who has access to the Megas or this Aura form, if they're not going to take the time to give them new designs, they could take the time to just give them very specific stat distributions. I don't think that would be very difficult to do, right?
We could definitely talk about it for a while. Like it's an
All right.
interesting
Yeah.
idea, you know.
All right, so let's
Could be
keep
its whole
moving.
video we
There's
talk
a
about.
chunky professor spin on Professor Sycamore. Okay, so it's an ancestor of Professor Sycamore or whatever whatever the
maybe
relation
it's
is.
not. Maybe Professor Sycamore, like if this is set like 20 years in the future, maybe just
He ate.
Professor Sycamore got big.
He just ate. He ate
Yeah,
so
that
much.
is one way to show age, definitely.
That's true.
New city Pokemon similar to past Pokemon. Oh, Zoorat and Golrat.
I think what it's saying here is, because I was a little confused on this, similar to past Pokemon. At first I thought, like, you're saying similar to past Paradoxes?
Yeah, past Paradox.
But I think it's
No,
saying,
no.
like, similar to those past Pokemon they were doing that are convergent.
yeah,
you know,
Yeah,
like,
this is
ecologically
clearly, like-
similar Pokemon.
Right.
These are definitely the look-alike, like Zubat, Golbat.
Right.
That'd be honestly hilarious if there's a little rat that just has Zubat's face.
I think I am like nobody's thinking about it, but I think we're getting more of those in this game.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so too.
Which kind of sucks, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
I mean,
honestly
hey,
pretty
I like
pumped.
Toad's cool.
I gotta
and,
make a new video.
Wiglet. I
My-
just didn't like Poltergeist. How did we not get the? It doesn't matter. How did we not get the Magikarp though?
All right,
Oh,
new
Well, maybe we'll
city-
get into this.
New city Pokemon forms for Nidoking and Nidoqueen like chess pieces. That is so good.
Can't hear
I
you
love that
clapping.
so much.
I love it.
Oh my
I was like,
gosh.
why did Dusty go quiet?
Oh, they heard
so
it. They
much?
heard it.
They can
heard
hear it. We just can't.
Oh, okay.
Oh man. That'd be so cool. I think Nidoking and Nidoqueen are great and need a new form. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I'm so down.
Wild Boss Mega Pokemon tame them to revert them. Okay. Wild Boss Megas.
Okay, but you can change them back into their megas. That's
Yeah.
what. Like you revert them, and
Cool.
then you can make them mega again. I guess.
Right. So
That's
like
cool.
you'd see like a Mega Charizard Y, you battle it, and it
Mhm.
reverts it to regular Charizard.
It's just
Cool.
how it's worded is like What?
Yeah.
Confusing. Yeah.
So there's quote unquote helper Pokemon, like ride Pokemon, but different. It's always the same but different. Lucario is important for aura detecting bosses.
Bro,
Makes sense
Kuro
on
said,
the nose.
Kuro said, Professor Sika more. Like more.
It's right
More
there.
Professor Sycamore.
That's it right there. That's the
I'm sorry. I just saw it and had to laugh about it. But
Gogoat and Noivern Riders. New Conkeldurr form helper. I'm loving this. These are like all the faves.
I'm sure Dusty would love that. Yeah.
this is
Phenomenon.
Dusty-coded.
Yeah, I love. Did I write this?
Dusty made this.
Phenomenon is blackening Lumiose region. Must craft prism tower to shine light over Lumiose region.
Wait, is Ultra Necrozma here? Because maybe it's soul coded. I don't know. That sounds like
That's incredible.
Necrozma stealing lights.
Pokemon
I like
Worlds
that.
focus trading card game this year. Okay, so when was this posted? This was posted today.
Yeah.
Yes, but as we were going through it, I thought
Like, was
about
that
it.
just taken from?
I've heard a lot of this before, and I think he says stole these leaks from Chinese forums. I think that these have been going around for a while in the Chinese forums, and I've heard about a lot of these.
Either way, nice to have it all compiled into one place.
Absolutely.
All right, Pokemon partner Pokemon trailer in September. Partner Pokemon trailer in September.
The reveal of the partners, because we haven't.
Dude, let's
that
go,
yet.
man. I mean, that's
First
pretty
partners,
far away,
yes.
but
Would this be our second partners because we've already had them as first partners before in a different game?
Well, but the thing is that you're a new character, so
True.
it is that character's first partner Pokemon.
I
Whatever,
like this a
I'm calling
lot.
them second partner Pokemon.
I like this.
Unless it's like a Faller situation, because like if the Legends Arceus character was a character from a previous game, then that means that the starter Pokemon was their second partner Pokemon.
That was even more mind blowing than what I said. I don't even know it.
I'd be pumped. I think the helper Pokemon could be a lot of fun. Like beyond ride Pokemon, right? They actually do something in the environment. That's really cool. Honestly, this one sounds pretty legit. I mean, who knows?
It sounds good.
Who knows? But I'd like that if that was real.
Starters kind of like
it got me excited.
I'm glad I found this too, because yesterday I was hunting for like little 4chan posts in case we wanted to cover one, and genuinely like I grabbed like 5, looked at them all, and thought these are all garbage. And then I was like, so I'm gonna check again tomorrow, and I checked not long before I started like getting ready for the pod, like shower and all that. But like I looked and it was like, there it is. It's like that one's actually pretty dang good.
It was I enjoyed reading it. It actually got me kind of excited reading about the aura boosts, and those helper Pokemon don't seem too ridiculous. I also it's a new Conkeldurr form, so it's like the regional form of Conkeldurr, right?
Well, I imagine it's like the city form as it describes. Like I could see them doing like urban form, so like Nidoking urban form.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
like similar to like Blood Moon,
because it is a ground type,
right? Like where it's not a regional variant, but it is like a situational variant.
You get Nidoking,
except it wouldn't just be a one-off.
I love that. Nidoking and Nidoking could be ground and steel, which I don't know how good that is competitively. That is Steelix's type.
I mean, it's not horrible.
The ground type for the concrete and the steel for, just like buildings, steel beams or whatever.
Sure.
And it's shaped a little bit more like a chess piece. That's so cool. That'd be nice. All right. We gotta hop off. But it's been so great to talk to all of you a little bit more directly than we normally do. We love you guys so much. This is fun. If you just joined in, if you joined in late, this will be up as a VOD. This will be up. This will be up on streaming platforms if that's where you prefer to listen to us. Go get our merch. We got new merch, new shirts, designed by Noivy. In a couple hours, I'll have a brand new design up. That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me. Sounds
good to me.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for all the donations, the super chats. Thank you for everyone for joining and becoming a channel member. We'll see you soon. We'll see you on Thursday with a brand new episode.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna record now.
Yeah. See you guys.
See you guys. It was fun. I'll actually say bye. Bye.
Bye.
You can't see Lumi, but he's waving.